Hi, I'm Lisa and I'm a community art lead.
My name is Mary, and I'm in charge of Klondike Adventures Instagram.
Today we're answering questions we got from you on our socials. Let's begin.
How are you doing?
Doing great today. I saw my colleagues at the office and just had a productive day. We shot a video today, had so much fun.
Quite good. Today's been super busy and exciting and fun.
How many people who work for this game? How old are the youngest and the oldest workers?
94 people in total work on the project. The youngest person is 21 and the oldest is 46.
Who had the idea for the whole game, the storyline? I liked so much.
So it's actually kind of a long story. There was a game called Zombie Island. It was very popular and successful. The company was still small, and the founders were brainstorming ideas for the next big game. And one day the CEO of the company came into a room full of game designers, smiled and just said one single word. That word was Klondike. And immediately the game designers loved the idea and started coming up with ideas like mining gold, exploring faraway lands, and going on wild adventures. So that's how the game Klondike, The Lost Expedition, was born. It wasn't very successful at first, but a year after its release, a new feature was added, going on expeditions. Then it became very popular, and later Klondike Adventures was created as a prequel, kind of. It has a lot in common with the first Klondike, but actually they are quite different.
How many artists work on the game? How is the art made? How long it takes? Always admire it while the game is loading.
Oh, thank you so much for your kind words. It means a lot to me as someone on the art team. We have more than 20 artists and designers in total on the team. That includes 2D artists who create all the static images for the game, 3D artists who create and animate basically everything that moves in the game, as well as graphic designers. I am one of them. We create images and videos that you see on our social media. Depending on the task, creating art can take anywhere, from a few hours to days and even weeks. The biggest tasks can take up to a whole month. For example, creating the loading screen, which is what you see while the game is loading. It takes a month to create something like that.
Do the graphics and artwork start on sketches? And if so, can we see them?
Yes, many artworks are created from scratch, though sometimes the artists do use the materials they already have to speed up the process, if those materials fit the task and the idea, of course. You can indeed see some of the sketches. We regularly share the process of creating game artwork on our Instagram. We have a few videos like that on YouTube too. And we'd like to keep showing more of the art creation process on YouTube and keep making videos like this. So don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. And if you enjoy these kinds of videos, make sure to like them so that we know to make more.
I would ask about the characters, if they are inspired by people the devs actually know. I enjoy the characters and their stories.
Thank you so much. Our game designers will be so happy and grateful to hear this. That's a very interesting question. None of the characters are modeled after a specific person. However, our game designers do write from their personal experiences when creating stories, locations, and characters. So the heroes often do what the designers dream of doing, and the villains act the way the designers would never act in real life. Our game designers also sometimes include references to their favorite characters from pop culture who inspire them. You can notice those if you pay close attention.
How do you always find the inspiration for stories? Thanks for KA.
Our game designers always have stories that they want to share. Most of them are inspired by real life. The narrative designers usually carry around a notebook wherever they go to write down interesting ideas. A story can be born from literally anything. Let's say a game designer is making dinner and realizes they're out of ketchup. Bam! Just like that, a story about making ketchup in Klondike. It's that easy. Anything can inspire a new location or event. Though some stories can also be inspired by movies or books or comics that game designers watch and read, or even children's books.
Do you like your game?
Of course, I love it. I'm always excited when a new story comes out. It's so much fun watching our characters' adventures, and I'm so glad they all have a happy ending. I love happy endings, so huge thanks to our game designers for that.
I'd like to know if you also play Klondike Adventures at home, or is that enough for you after work? Kind regards.
Yes, we also play. Probably not as much and not as well as our loyal Klondikers, but we enjoy the game too, of course. By the way, I've recently started the game from the very beginning, just to experience the early storyline locations again, and maybe do some things differently. And I know that a lot has changed since I played the game for the first time. I'm at level 14 right now, and it's very exciting to rediscover the game.
Can Larry come all the time?
That would be nice. To be honest, I would also love it if Larry was always around. But he does need to rest and sleep and eat and dedicate time to himself and his hobbies too.
Why can't you direct Larry's dynamite to where you actually want to use it?
So there is a story behind this. Not many people know this. But our Larry is actually afraid of butterflies. And whenever he sees one, his first instinct is always to throw a stick of dynamite at it to scare it away. But don't worry, as far as we know, all the butterflies are safe and always manage to get away just in time. But it does cause Larry to be very chaotic with his dynamite. And this is why he can sometimes throw the dynamite in a random direction. Just don't tell anyone, please. Okay? It's Larry's secret. So let's keep it between us.
Why can't you keep all lands open to go back and clear them?
We'd love to do that, to make it possible to return to any land. But unfortunately, that would make the game too big, and the code too complicated, and it wouldn't run as smoothly, especially if you have an older device, and that would be no fun. So to optimize the game, every story land has to be closed once you move to the next one.
When are you going to make another level in Chapter 14? A lot of us have been waiting forever for another level.
Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about the storylands. It's just that at the moment, other features and events are prioritized and take up all our resources. However, a new location in this chapter just came out in January, and we can say for sure that the current chapter will be completed. So stay tuned for updates, the story will definitely continue.
Do you bring your pets to work sometimes?
I don't have a pet at the moment, but our colleagues sometimes bring dogs to work. We're allowed to do that.
I mostly work from home, and I have a tortoise. She does help me work sometimes.
I don't really have a question. Just wanted to thank the team. Love the art and stories.
Thank you so much. Feedback like this means a lot to us and to the whole team. This is why we do what we do. Thank you a lot.
Thank you so much. It always makes us happy when you support us like this. And we're so lucky and so grateful to have such an amazing, wonderful community. Huge thanks.
We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have more questions for the team, please leave them in the comments below.
If there's anything about the game that's made you curious, maybe something that's been on your mind for a while, this is your chance. We'd love to make a part 2 of this video and answer more of your questions.
Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Thank you for your support.
Bye.